Hi, I'm Shanna, and my group was wondering whether or not you've come across any resistance in this project, and if you have, how did you overcome it?
Yeah. I actually have a friend of mine that's a big casting director who saw it as a knock on the institution as it is. You know, he knows some of those big producers, and in the video, and I don't know if many of you have seen the video, but in the video we just talk a little bit about how the point of this is we're trying to take the profit that usually goes to the Rupert Murdoch and the other 5 billionaires and put that back into other people's hands. And if you're connected to one of those 5 billionaires or the companies that facilitate them, then you could be seen as somebody that's trying to rock the boat. So we've responded by not trying to take on the industry head on, is that our bread and butter is middle America, the people that are outside the industry that say, hey, this makes sense at a really ground level thing. So we can use that kind of audience to grow our support list. So by the time we go back to the industry, it's already grown, and they'll react. I mean, at the end of the day, they'll see it's in their best interest, and they still everybody makes money. We're not trying to keep money out of people's hands, but so I think once they see that more, then they realize that okay, this could work, because the whole system it's out of whack. I mean, the fact that there's 4 people investing in these movies that dictate whatever goes out, and then they make all this vast profit. Why? There's incredibly talented people that can't eat in LA. It's a weird system that's much different than it was 30 years ago. So I think people that have been around long enough see that as a return to that old way a little bit, where it's a little more balanced, and they're coming by. But as a whole, it's been very little resistance so far. Yeah. Nice.
I did that to you before. So I have 2 questions for you. And one is, there's a number of movements I know or aware of just from general media, like the Sundance Film Festival, where it's an attempt to recapture some of the art, some of the small production movies. Are there people that have expressed interest in this project that are in that sort of mindset?
Yeah. And I tell you, the challenge with us is when we put this together is we didn't want this to come across as, hey, this is a group of little indie filmmaking, tree-hugging people that we can kind of brush them away and we'll stay at business as usual. That we really want whatever film we ultimately make, it has to be a standalone movie that whether or not ReDistribute was connected to it, that people would still like and that would still make money. A lot of these films that are at Sundance and some of these other places, you know, could be incredibly well made, have fantastic stories, the acting could be fantastic, but at the end of the day, if you put it in a theater and people don't go to it and it doesn't make money, you know, the audience gets to dictate what Hollywood will make down the road. And a lot of those, I think that because of the recession and people's overall kind of views on things, a lot of those really well-developed movies are usually a little heavier, the dramas and all those kind of things. And I think that people feel like there's enough of that in life already that they're not interested in spending $14 a ticket to go do that. And I think that's affected it too. So that's part of that weird system too, of like, those things are being made and there's a push to make more of those, but the general worldwide audience hasn't really called for them to come back yet.